Hello dear traders, I hope you're good. I decided to start a new video series called Secrets from the Backtesting Room. As some of you know, for a good 4 or 5 years, there was a time in my career where I was backtesting every day. So you have to imagine, I downloaded real tick data for all the pairs over a long time period. And I tested all kinds of strategies, trading rules over the data in different pairs, different time frames, and so on. And there are some rules you can really derive from that. So what I'm trying to do with these kind of videos is I try to condense a lot of backtesting experience and knowledge into very short videos focused on particular topics. So that's what we're going to do today. So today we're going to talk about actually strategy aspects, using a very wide stop versus using a very tight stop. So as a general rule, if you use a very wide stop, your equity curve will look something like this. Boom. Okay, so you have little profits along the way, some little losers, but eventually if your stop loss is really proportionally far away from the actual price, and if it gets hit, then the loss resulting from the stop of the wide loss, like an emergency stop loss, is proportionally larger, therefore pushing your overall account curve down in a very sudden move. Okay? So remember that even if you trade higher time frames and your stop is far away, your take profit needs to be also at a similar distance on average, because otherwise, if you just take small profits and then you get stopped on big losses, it's not proportional, okay? Now, let's talk about the other scenario, using very tight stops. And this is basically what's happening, okay? If you use very tight stops, you're gonna get stopped out more than not, and therefore your account curve will be negative. And unless you have a very high risk reward, and you make a multiple of profit for each placed trade, and you're a hardcore sniper, okay, it will look like this. Now, if you have a high risk reward, it may look like this. One proportional winner, then the next one. So this is intuitive, but when you think about it over a long sample, this is basically the resulting equity curve. So what's the solution? The solution is balanced stops, okay? Balanced stops that even if you get stopped out on a full stop loss, it's still proportionally feasible, okay? Sometimes you have good winners. Even if you get stopped out twice on the full amount, still you can come back from that. Balanced stops are important, depending also on your time frame.